Bertram Boffingham, Ludwig Lickspittle, Abelard Quentin Frederick Jasper Hugo Harvey Gradeworth. I am gravely disappointed in you three. To be granted citizenship in academia, to pass through the gates to the inner circle, and to dishonour it so, to betray your peers so. I know you're all familiar with the dangers of an unrepented mistake. Certainly Boffingham is, aren't you? Oh, well, you weren't acting so coy when you so audaciously suggested I made a mistake in my essay on justice. Hopefully the rest of you are cognizant enough to be assured the only mistake on the part of the faculty was to accept such deviance of the academic standard into our nourishing bosom in the first place. But such is the risk we bear for our tolerance, and the trust we must have in the divining rod of Miss Clothbound, who blesses every admission for a reason. Perhaps your reason now becomes clear, as you can take comfort in the fact you will serve as a cautionary example for future students. As just as your mistakes must be reckoned, we must correct our own. So how your parents will react that I can't imagine. Hardly worth thinking about. Well, approach the gallows, please, gentlemen. I'm afraid it's called a deadline for a reason. I hope you appreciate our mercy in granting you death in study. You yourself may not make it to the field of reeds, but as anyone who has prostrated themselves at the academic altar knows, the individual life is but a binary data point, and far more important is the crusade of academic progression. Far more valuable lives than yours have been sacrificed at that shrine. And your academic output shall live on, redistributed to the alumni halls to be immortalized under the name of a truly worthy academic. Of course, it would be well within our power to banish you, not just from the garden of reading, but from academia itself. To cast you from our celestial city down to the dirt of the underworld. You'd fall to Nulden's nether region of meaningless mediocrity, that polluted perdition where the shades drudge mindlessly, uncomprehendingly, through eternal cycles of routine labour, led by shadows on the walls, paying for an endlessly renewing debt of misapplication. And trust me, I have witnessed the horror of those chaotic masses, walked amongst the lifeless automata, and looked upon the abominable visage of haggard skin hanging off degenerate skull, the desolate eye empty of intelligent mind or soul. I may be one of the Utgard Club members to have survived a night amongst those beasts, but that doesn't mean us veterans aren't so haunted by it that we sometimes wish we had perished that fateful night. The night of our infamous prole pub crawl. Sorry, it was coming back to me. Alexa, fetch my smelling salts. There's a good girl. Sorry to keep you waiting, gentlemen. I'm sure you're keen to get on. Just remember our mercy in this act. Professor Inias, if you would do the honours. Goodbye, gentlemen. Ooh. Never pleasant to have to see. Methinks this weekend might have to be a self-care one. Were but for the hardships of this profession to be more acknowledged, a little thanks for the burdens we bear. Well, in order with proper procedure, their data shall be purged from the Church of Information, so that their sins may not contaminate our records, and we may maintain a perfect... Hold on. It wasn't Abelard that missed his deadline. It was his older brother Benedict. Pardon me. Still, a sour fruit often betrays a rotting tree. My office, please, Benedict. Quick as you like. Though now that your tardiness has resulted in your brother's untimely demise being on your conscience, I should rather think you've learnt the value of promptness, no? See you shortly.